Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Happy Saturday morning. Hope everybody got a good night's sleep. And are awake and alive and vibrant and grateful for this day. Welcome. I am Belinda, and we're here with Just Be Yoga Live for our Saturday morning yoga basics, 10 a.m. I have been missing you all. Appreciate your understanding. Last week, I ran out of resources. I think that after 4 months in our current state, I was just empty, and I needed to be able to replenish my own cup. And I appreciate everyone's understanding of that. I try my best to show my practice and the extent of it. That doesn't mean that always the good parts of it. It also shows like when I'm depleted, when I'm failing, when I could do better. And if I can't show that, as well as anything that I feel that, oh, hey, I think I kind of am grasping something in my yoga, then I feel as though I wouldn't be authentic as a teacher. So welcome to anyone who is joining first time, whole bunch of times, welcome. Yoga Basics is an accessible way of finding our yoga, learning a little bit more about yoga, and sticking with the basics and learning the depth of that. So I hope that you're not coming, if this is your first time, hoping, oh, this is just going to be simple and easy. It might be. But at the same time, it might offer some moments of challenge. And we get to practice all of the different limbs of yoga while we're in that challenge of acceptance and truth, of non-harming, of continued practice and study of ourselves. We get to do all of that. All right, giving it just another moment of some time in case some other folks are joining us. If you are a part of my regular crew who tends to show up on Saturday morning and in our real live studio, perhaps you've been wondering, hey, B doesn't play like that funky playlist like she used to. You know what? There's a little thing called copyright, and if we're playing it, that's going to be also broadcast on YouTube. Those rights also have to be purchased. So I've been playing, if I play music at all, and I've been really focusing on some more silent space. But if I do, I've been playing some that have either Creative Commons or rights have been freely allowed. So with that, this morning, we're going to get started. Please feel free to make a comment. Let me know that you're here. And I'm going to get us started today. We will have some tunes. So welcome, everyone. I'm Belinda with Just Be Yoga, and we are starting our yoga basics live here on our live stream on our YouTube and our Facebook. Let's start in a standing position. Good morning, Sarah. Awesome. I'm blind. That's why I keep coming. I'm not blind. That's actually disrespectful of those who actually do have a disability with vision. So I take that back. Belinda needs new prescription for her eyes. How about that? Oh, also, check out my new shirt, y'all. I think some of y'all have already seen this on a picture that I had posted. But isn't this bad? This is badass. All right. Good morning. Let's come start standing at the top of our mat. And just arrive. Flow back and forth, feeling your toes, your ankles. Of course, if you have something going on in your ankles, if it doesn't feel good, let's not come up onto the toes. Maybe just shift your weight left and right. Let go. Start to notice your mind. Is your mind already kind of saying, hey, is this yoga? We're connecting. We're just connecting to feeling our skin, our bones, our intention. Let's let the arms go. Maybe start to ask yourselves, why am I here? What do I need from my yoga? What do I want to give to my yoga? Feel the limits of the body, love and respect. As we're doing this twist, this spiral, what area of the body can we send some love to, some appreciation? Like, wow, thank you, hair for growing. Thank you, fingernails for growing. Thank you, organs for working. Good, maybe just shake it out. Ooh, start to feel your mind. Where's our mind been? What thoughts have we been lingering on? Maybe a little too long. Change up that scenario. Feel something new. Feel the neck. Check in, say, hey, how you doing, neck? Changing direction. Let's not want anything to be any way other than what it is, and accept it and love it. Good, not as a concession, but let's love it overall. Good morning, Bess. Nice, good to see you. All right, so your feet can be a little bit apart or together. So let's feel out how our thighs feel. I'm going to create a little bit of space, spread my toes. I have a couple of classes I'm teaching today, so I like to keep it moderate, and I don't go to extremes because I'm trying to go for the long sustenance, respecting my body. Want to turn sideways? Light softness in the knees. Good morning, Gaia. Let's breathe in and reach up. Gaia, you were on my mind in the power class on, was it Wednesday? Lord knows, I don't know my days of the week anymore. Let's see if we can thread our fingers, interlace. Nice soft give in the knees and gentle side bend. And just bring your awareness into the side of your body. Are you more aware of the upper part near the armpit? More aware toward the waist or the hips? Let's not evaluate whether it's good or bad. Just say, oh yeah, that's what I feel. And we'll bring ourselves up and over. What's different? Can you distinguish between the bones and the flesh and the sensation that you're feeling? Let's breathe in. We felt that nice side bend. And then exhale, hinge forward. Let's go ahead and let the arms go, unless you want to keep holding on to them. Practicing choice and consent. And I'm just going to sway side to side. We've got a nice little rhythm going here today. It's nice to enjoy it. Sometimes a rhythm, sometimes a melody can help keep our mind right here in a softer space. I had a guru, Yogi Nawan, who once said that, the music, it awakens the spirit. It's nice to play good music while you do your yoga to awaken your spirit. To inspire the spirit, to keep the mind and the spirit on a higher plane. And let's slowly roll the spine up. We're going to shift the weight into the right leg. Loosen the upper body. Legs got to be substantial. We're standing on them. And maybe ask the left leg to lift. Don't even worry if you're leaning, if you're sideways. Hey, you're working it out. You and gravity. That was me and gravity. Breath. And bring that leg down. Shift and lift. Connect to the bones, the flesh. They're all working together. They joined you when you woke up here today. So much to celebrate. We'll bring that down. Now let's shift. Ask the spine to lift. And maybe this time, see if this leg will lift. And we maintain that upper body. Not command, not demand. We're negotiating, collaborating. Bring that leg down. Feel it come in contact with the earth. Be grateful that you can feel that contact. And lift. So I try to extend the concept of basics into so many aspects of practice. Not just the poses, but even the basics. The basics of what am I connecting with and what am I sending gratitude to. I'm going to bring those feet down, feel that connection. Let's take a moment and notice everything that we can. What can you feel? What can you hear? What can you see? What can you smell? What can you taste? And send some gratitude that you can have awareness to that. So many either don't have sight, don't have hearing, have disconnection with various senses. Let's not take any of it for granted. All of our senses help us savor life. So let's savor it. Breathing and lifting. Interlace, side bend, make it new. What's new to appreciate, maybe within the realm of those senses. Breath in, exhale it over. Where does the body want to go? Will you let it go there? And breathe in. Let's twist. Feel a new expression. And come around and other side. Where's your breath? Send your breath as deep down into the belly as you can. And bring it back. What does the breath teach us? And bring it forward. Legs a little wider. If we've got a little more tummy, a little bit more upper body. Just makes folding forward feel a little more comfortable. We'll roll the spine up. All right, I'm just going to turn sideways here. Bringing my weight into my left leg, loosen the upper body, no tension. We carry all that tension as we exert our will all day, all week, right? So can I let that go and say, I'm on my mat, I'm willing to be me and greet me where I am, root into the left leg, lifting that right, opening that hip, and then see if we can step it back. Now you might want to dip your toe in the water and feel your way. Or maybe you're like, I'm going to matrix this, man, because I'm on my mat and I'm invoking my spirit the way I want to feel it. Left leg is bending, straightening. Flow. Keep it simple and flow. Feeling bending, feeling stretching. Maybe when you bend now, squeeze the thighs, feeling engagement or feeling release. Make a choice. Keep it that simple. I'm feeling bending. I'm feeling straightening. Feeling my body meet me in that. Feeling my mind and my spirit meet me there in bending and straightening. What does rigidity feel like in my mind? What does fluidity feel like in my mind? Am I willing to feel them both? I'll bend that left knee. Go ahead and let that left elbow rest. And maybe reach that right arm up and over. Now I've said maybe here. You may prefer to bring that hand to your hip. So ask your shoulder. Ask your body. Ease and steadiness. Where can I carry some ease and steadiness? Bringing it back up. Good. Hands to the shoulders. Elbows rotating. What is going on? What are we aware of here? Are we just aware of the shoulders? If we brought our attention to our groin while we're here, could the shoulders feel freer? Do we know where our mind is at any point in time? Change direction. Now make it as expressive, as creative, hell, as sexy as you want. Get in it. Yours. And we'll release those arms. Let's go ahead and bring the hands down. Perhaps you want to block out here in front of you to help you step that back leg up. And roll the spine up. Feel that left leg as we come up. Maybe free the toes. Being aware of how much pressure we had actually been putting in that foot. Send some gratitude. Thank that foot. Hey, man, you held me up. Or hey, lady foot. Or hey, they foot. Whatever. All right, let's root. Let's stand. Have a little smile. Have a little brightness in your face. That gratitude for that source of life coursing through us. We'll root into the right leg. Ask that left leg to lift. Breath. And maybe open that hip. I know you can't see that on this side. And then we'll start to make our way back. And we all have our own pace, our own flourish, even our own stumble. But can there be some grace in that? All right, so I'm going to keep my back to you instead of turning around, hopefully causing a little less confusion. Bending and straightening. Keep it that simple. Feel the orientation of your spine. What is lengthening? What is upright? Am I practicing that? Does that feel like a silly notion to practice? What would it feel like for a few breaths here to apply ourselves to sitting upright in the upper body? What does that applying feel like? Arms. Maybe squeezing the thighs when we stop, either straight or bent. Feel that, apply that, intend that. We'll bring that elbow to the knee. And notice the body parts that are talking. And for me, around this left hip is starting to talk. I'm going to bring my left hand to my low back. Basically because when I had placed it here, I realized, my tailbone really enjoyed this. So I'm going to press down, encouraging some lengthening in my low back. And maybe you're doing it and going, I'm not feeling that. I want to feel that groan. Well, I've got a different body. I've done different things with my body yesterday, today. Maybe you need to wait for it. Maybe you got a different source of yum. We'll bring ourselves up. I'm going to change it here. Bringing the hands behind the back. Elbows down. Breath. Neck. Rotation. What's going on in the legs? What are they saying? What is that language? Change direction. Straightening that leg, releasing the arms. We'll bend that knee. Bring the hands down. We're going to step this back leg up. Maybe shake your legs out. Honor that pressure. Honor all that the leg did to give you stability. And we'll roll the spine up. Good. All right. I'm going to take a break here for a second and ask if anybody wants. Write in the comment. Is there a pose you want to work on? All right. So I'm going to make it like a Burger King kind of thing. Do it your way. So, I'm going to pick up like one or two if folks want to make a suggestion of a pose standing while we're doing standing poses. And maybe if we have time, we'll have an opportunity to work on something seated. All right, going once. Going twice. I don't know how many counts I'm going to give it. No requests? Bess? Sarah? Gaia? I wish I could tell who all is here. All right, well, we have warmed up the body. I'm going to give it one more moment. What? Okay, I can hear the collective groan. Sarah has put in the request of the chair. Let's have a seat. All right. Well, I love it. Now respect the chair. Woo! We all got to respect the chair, right? We've been having a seat in a cooking chair all year. 2020 is like the year of the chair, of the intense hot seat chair, right? Okay, all right. And Bess, I see your tree. I honor your tree. We'll go with the tree. We'll come to the tree out of the chair. How about that? All right. So let's build all postures from the ground up, okay? Because that's the way that pretty much how we build anything. So let's feel our feet. I'm going to turn this way. Let's start with legs apart. Most basic. Honors all of the different sizes of legs. If you have knee issues, definitely don't let that knee go past the toes. But you don't have to bend the whole bunch. You can bend just a little. Let's honor that space. Always straighten and bend if you need, okay? So come out. All right, so I'm going to give a little slight give. Tailbone under. Now, remember what I said? What does it feel like to apply lift in the upper body? What would that feel like? Now, while we're here, let's just let the arms go. Let's not add too many things. Focus on the up and feel what's going on in the down, because we really don't have to apply ourselves down here, right? Those legs are going to do what they're doing. So let's observe. Where's the weight? Maybe shift your weight in the left leg, right leg, and start to feel out what's the even space in between. Where's the weight in the feet? Can you put more pressure in the toes and the ball joint? Are we all the way back in the heels? What would it be to be balanced for now? Let's feel that. I know many of us are used to hearing weight in the heels, weight in the heels. You know what? How about we find equilibrium before we start to distribute that weight in a different way? Feel that lift come from the waist. Now tighten the tummy. Pull the belly to the back of the spine. Start to ask the upper body to apply some work more than these legs. If you want now, see if you can soften the legs. Now, if you do, pull the butt back. And as much as we can, we're applying that chest up. Do you need to come out? If you need to come out, will you honor it? Either standing or forward folding breath. Now you can come onto your tippy toes here as a nice way to free up the energy in the feet. Release that energy that was accumulating. Maybe spread the toes. Look at your toes. Look at your body. Thank your body. Looking at it and letting your body be seen is a great way of practicing gratitude. And then we'll roll our spine up. All right, so that was one chair. I'm going to come a little bit closer. Hopefully you can still see my feet, depending on the size of our thighs, okay? So if my thighs were a lot bigger, my knees would want to be buckling in here if I were trying to bring the legs in. And that wouldn't be good for the ligaments of the knees. So choose that apart space first. But if you can't, bring the legs together. This is actually a cheat, all right? So if we've got people here who are like, well, I got those thighs. If you got those awesome voluptuous thighs, great, right? But those of us who don't, we actually have a little bit of a cheat going on here. So maybe, if you want to feel that out, go, okay, they're cheating. Okay, then they're cheating. But I got these legs together, feet together, knees together, and I'm going to squeeze in. All right, so now that's giving me a little bit more core alignment and strength coming up through my corridor. It activates the core. So that's what I mean by that cheat. Because those of you who can't, in order to preserve those knees, you got to do it all in this upper thigh. And then for you to invite that core, you really got to scoop that tailbone under. Breath. Pull those knees back. Chair's a wonderful space for us to start to practice the focus and meditation, the dharana and the dhyana of yoga, because now we get to go, where's my mind? Because that mind's going, I want out. Whoop, and you say, let's be here. What else is here beyond the screen? Do you believe that something else is here? That there's peace right in here? That there's peace in fire? That there's love, that we can see pretty flower petals when we think that the earth is burning and on fire. Come to standing. Good, let's breathe in. Maybe interlace, exhale, side bend, stretch it out. Good, let's bring it up. Feel your legs now. It's very easy for us to only focus on the the upper body when we're bent. And then gentle side bend. Breath. Good. We'll bring it up. Breath in. Maybe lift your upper body off your bottom body. Absorb those words. Absorb that intention. If you are going to lift the upper body off the bottom body, where's the lift initiating from? At the belly button? At your hip bones? At your upper chest, where? Where do you feel it? Can you breathe in the middle of that? No strain. Forward fold. Try to bring your awareness into your low back.
and see if you can soften it. You might need to rearrange your legs to have the legs a little wider, depending on the size of our torso, size of our thighs. Good, let's roll the spine up. All right, I love that Bess chose tree because in many ways we can just keep going with the sequence that we had and we can build upon it, all right? Because as I had said, when we had lifted here, we had opened. All right, so let's do that, but if you feel the need to, go ahead and get a chair, get a wall, and hold on to that for steadiness. Now, I'm going to exaggerate this a little bit, but let's not go to the wall and hang. See how my body now is angling, and I'm just like, hey, I'm chilling, okay? No, I want to still find my mountain, and I'm just using this for a little support, not leaning on it. All right, so try to keep the body applying itself to that upright erect space, and we'll lift the right leg. Now I'm going to go support free. I'm going to use Ganesha behind me, my good buddy Ganesha, to hold me accountable. And I'm going to lift what is my right leg. Now notice many of us might be crossing this way, crossing our midline. See if we can keep everything even. Now, from this hip, ask that hip to open. Trying to keep my upper body, using my elephant god behind me, and close. Bring it back. Okay, so we had to feel the free weight of the leg suspended as that thigh is open at that 90 degrees. So all these muscles in that joint is holding that suspended leg. All right, the reason I'm doing this first is because the hip opener is the aspect of the tree I would love us to start to focus on rather than the balancing aspect. All right, so we're going to do that again on the other side. Take your time, feel how you're lifting it. Still applying yourself to some growth. Trying to have an even balance in this leg. That leg could be lower. Now, initiating from the hip and the groin. Notice if we sag in it. Notice if we can stand in it. Breath. All right, we'll bring it back and bring that foot down. We're going to switch again. Definitely want your support this time if you need it. We're going to lift. I'm going to open. Now keep this hip as open as it can and bring the foot down up against the ankle. And then maybe we lost that angle. Okay, so maybe we open again and we feel this angle and we bring it down. Notice how that knee wants to creep out this way. Hip opener and a mountain combined. Breath. Now, if the hip is saying, hey, I got this, I'm feeling pretty good. My hip is like, maybe let's just stay right here. So I might stay right here. I'm going to do a quick demo, maybe up to the calf. There we've got to navigate pressures. Pressure of the foot up against the calf, calf up against the foot. So feel that out all the while, feeling the hip, breathing, and then the last little bit that I'm going to add in, because fundamentals, basics, hard stuff. How much pressure are you pushing down with the left foot? Are there sections of that foot going numb? Are there sections that you can't feel or that are starting to be in pain? Is your rooting and grounding starting to be a point of exerting too much pressure? To be strained? When we exert our power, do we strain at it, or do we let our power come out with ease? All right, I'm going to bring that knee back in and come out here. Ooh, I can feel that hip. Just work it around in a circle for a minute. A little inspired by the tunes. Feels pretty good. All right, here we go. I'm going to lift this other leg. Be where we are, not where we're going. Already the mind could be like, I'm going over here. Let's be here. Be where we are. Practice that. We're connecting mind and body. We're not here to just do a pose. We're connecting mind and body. Now feel opening. Ask this groin.
Stand. Breath. Now bend. Now maybe your bend comes straight to the calf. This side, whole different hip. It's like, yeah, I'm good. So I'm going to be there. Try not to have that foot on the knee. Okay, so if you are coming up onto the leg, don't be on the knee. Don't push sideways against a knee joint that only bends front and back. All right, but if you need that stability, go for it. And we get a wonderful opportunity for us to start to explore. When will we allow ourselves support? When will we ask for it? Or when do we feel like we got to be like, oh no, I don't need that. Right? I observed this week 2 times. Some friends offered, to maybe go for a walk or something. And there was something, what is it? That pride thing, like, I'm good. I'm good. No, accept that support and observe when we want to turn it away. Ease, play. Knee back, breath, bring it down. All right, let's breathe in. Breathe out. Hands to the floor. Let's step the right foot back, back foot flat. Maybe use your hands to come up for warrior 1. Lift your upper body. Keep it simple now, so don't worry about so many things. Soften in the feet, soften in the ankles. Thank your body. Hands down. Let's step the right foot up. Trade it out. Step your left foot back, going into warrior 1. Take your time coming up, always choosing stability. Enjoy something here. Maybe it's just that it's Saturday morning and you got nowhere else to be other than right here where you are. Maybe you lift the arms, maybe not. How do you want to feel? And then just start to embody that. Good, we'll bring those hands down. Step the back leg up. Chair. Make a choice about your feet. You got Sarah Garski to thank for this. Just pointing right there at that person in the room. Bend the knees. Lift the chest. All right. So now some of you are like, I got this. I got chair. No problem. All right. If you feel like you need to turn things up a notch, let's lift one leg. You don't have to. You can be like, I am not that person in the room. Bring that foot down. Root and lift. Breath. Bring it back. Find your chair. Where's the weight in your feet? What are both legs doing? They're holding you up. Look, you're standing up. Bipedal. Awesome. Coming all the way up to standing. Let's reach those arms up. Exhale, side bend, either holding or not. What's different? What wants to move differently on this side of the body? Let's bring it up and over, move. How much has it moved lately? Is it expressing gratitude? Like, oh yeah, I move that way. Bringing ourselves up. Now we're going to twist. Push the feet down now. Squeeze your legs. Apply your legs to standing in them. What changed? Let's come to center. Other side. Belly breathing. Good. Let's bring it back to center and forward fold. All right. So in the forward fold, I'm giving a lot of forgiveness for legs that they can be apart. But just like I did in chair, for those of you who can bring your feet and inner thighs together, go ahead and do so. Let them touch. Now squeeze your thighs without locking your knees. Maybe that's going to take a little bit of practice. Now see how much you can soften your upper body. So everyone can do this, whether your legs are apart or together, but I wanted to give some instruction, a little bit of guidance for how to engage in active legs. Now I'm going to exaggerate this. I'm way back in my heels here. Can we shift forward? Bringing that weight evenly over the feet. Ask the muscles of your feet to support you. Good, let's roll the spine up. All right, last time. We're going to lift that right leg. Open your hip.
Good. Your tree. All right, so your kickstand, maybe to the calf. Remember, it's the hip. Some of you, I'm using my Ganesha to hold me accountable. Some of you may wish to bring that heel toward the groin, onto the surface of the thigh. This is another cheat. Remember what I said about the chair pose, squeezing the legs together? And I'm saying cheat in a fun way, all right? I'm not meaning anything derogatory at all. Push that foot against the thigh, thigh against the foot. So when we apply that pressure, that binding, okay? Bandhas are binds. We suddenly feel a little bit more sturdiness and stability, right? Because of the amount of that applied pressure, that amount of force. Get a little bit of yoga physics, right? Now your hands could be a prayer. They could be sassy on your hips. Maybe you're reaching them up. Allow for the sway. Trees move. Breath. Oh. I wasn't applying enough of my bandha. And I was talking, finding that focus while I'm teaching. And that left side is exhausted. Oh, and now the mind. Okay, so now you guys are observing my ego that's going, I'm going to get this. All right, I'm going to do it one more time. And maybe that doesn't happen. And now I'm going to give it up. I'm going to bring that leg down. Oh, let's shake that leg out. There we go. That's a blooper reel. Share that out. Look at this yoga teacher. She can't even do tree. Okay. Let's go ahead and root down in the other leg. Lift. Ah, that humor. That impermanence. And confronting all this up here in the mind. All right, we're going to open. Don't skip. Notice if the mind wants to skip ahead. How hard is it to be present and accept what's going on in the present moment? All right, so I'm going to go for the same bind on this side. You don't have to. Maybe your hip doesn't want to. If you're starting to wonder, well, why can't I, right? We got knee issues. We got strength issues in the standing leg. We've got hip issues. It may not be in the cards for today, as you saw on the other side. Calm the mind. Send some gratitude. I love to confront my notion of perfection, right? Because at still point, we feel like, oh, that's perfect. There is no perfect, only practice. Even progress isn't linear. Breath. And we'll bring that leg down. Let's go ahead and lift the right leg. Open it up. Step it back. Take your time. Squeeze inner thighs. And release. One more. Squeeze inner thighs. And release. Let's look forward and see if we can bring this back leg up to the top of the mat. Other side, left leg lifts. Open the hip. Walk it back, however you need. Feel your hips. Squeeze inner thighs. And relax. One more time, let's grip. Squeeze the butt muscles, try. And relax. Good. Now let's let's come up. Working, coming up. Stepping this back leg up. Breath in. Maybe a back bend. Heart lift. Feel it one more time. How much pressure can the legs apply down? Where's a balance of pressure that you can push down and lift up and be just good? Say, I'm just good right here. Equilibrium. Where there's no fight, there's no striving, no craving. We're just at peace right here. And take it forward. All right, let's step back to hands and knees. And for a moment, let's just work the hips out. Gentle hip rotation. We've been standing in those legs. They've been holding our body weight. Change direction. Let's not take for granted the strength of the density of these biggest muscles. Let's send them some appreciation. Let's bring that down and change. And as we're moving here, can we be aware of our abdomen? The organs inside of the abdomen? The muscles around the abdomen. Change direction. Good. We'll bring those knees down. Maybe fold up a blanket for under your knees. We'll step the right foot out to the side. Notice I've got the toes aiming forward. I'm going to come up to standing. Now, if you were to draw a line from the inside of this left knee, it would meet with the arch of that right foot to make a perfect capital T. Strike that. To make a capital letter T. Roman letter, Greco-Roman lettering of, I'm striking the word perfect. Learn a lot of self-editing today. I'm going to let that go too. All right, let's sit up tall. Pushing that baby toe edge down. And then let's see about the hips, side to side. Do they want to move? Ooh. What's tight? Mine clearly are. And then apply, pressing that leg down. Let's lengthen upward. Gentle side bend. Now, not just the bending. Can there still be an application of lifting and lengthening through that left side of body? Could you lift from the hip bone? Let that space in. You can be looking up or down. Squeeze that right thigh. Don't lock the knee. Don't apply any pressure on that knee. And gradually bring ourselves up. I'm just going to switch. Going to bring this leg in. This pose is called, sometimes translated as gate pose, G-A-T-E, or parigraha. We're not going to do the whole parigraha series. We're just going to do this one. All right. Baby toe edge pressing down. Do your alignment. Let's just keep the bones in line with the hips. Feel out this side. Feel the side of the legs that aren't getting moved, that IT band. That's that spot that if you get a massage and the massage therapist strikes down and you kind of want to cry, or maybe you do cry, do it on a roller, one of those rollers, foam rollers, that's it. Breath in and lift. Where are we lifting from? What are we grateful for? Side bend. Hips forward. Don't let your butt go back toward that heel. Breath. Greet this side. Let this side talk to you for everything it's carried. Whatever bags, whatever. Do you lean on this side, on the sofa, or in the chair? What is it wanting to tell you about how it has moved or how it's been restricted in movement? And we'll bring ourselves up. Let's bring this knee in. I'm going to plant the palms down. Palms shoulder width apart. Tuck the toes. Feel each toe right now. Say hello to them. Stretch them out from all of that standing work we did. A few cat and cows. Lubricate the spine. We've done a lot of side bending, forward bending. Not a lot of bowing and flexing. All right, now I'm going to see. Let's build this awareness. See if you can just lift the knees an inch or so and breathe. Are the arms doing it all? Could you ask the legs to do more? What does that mean? Apply it, feel it, lift the butt a few inches, breathe. Bring the knees down. Shake out the wrists. Take a moment and think about, do I always have my mind on a final destination? Can I be where I am? Shift weight left and right. This really helps me prepare for my wrists to carry my weight equally. And then, when you're ready, see about those knees an inch or two, bruh. Good. Maybe just lead with the butt. Bring it back down. Don't touch the floor with the knees. And then lift and lengthen the chest, the spine, the legs. And then bring the knees down. All we're doing is bending, lengthening. One more if you want. Come down if you need. And let's bring those knees down. All right. I know you all didn't ask for this, but I'm going to offer it. Yay! A basic of a posture called Hanumanasana. Hanumanasana. Hanuman is the monkey god. And I don't know why this posture. Well, it's supposed to. Okay, I just had a squirrel moment. I'm going to come back to here. We'll talk about Hanuman another day, but we'll do the posture. Get a block or a pillow if, actually, I'm really going to highly recommend it. I'm not going to say if you need. I'm going to step my right foot up. So see that I've used the block to help stabilize myself so I can step that foot up. Now, either your pillow or the block under this butt. Now, we're going to back it up and let that butt come down. This knee is bending. Top of that foot might be like, I didn't ask for this. This could be where you stay because this leg has to cooperate because it's bent and this one is extended. If you're okay, let's just lean forward and back. Notice that I've got this foot flexing, so the toes are flexing back toward my face. So I'm really keeping the leg engaged and I can feel the muscles in the back of the leg getting the greatest lengthening or stretch. And I get to confront the limitations of the stretch. Breath. All right, so that's just the beginning of Hanumanasana. Option number 2. Come forward. You could stay on option number 1. It's kind of like the doors in a game show. Stay with door number 1. It's like, but that one just has the immersion blender and I might be able to get the trip to Disney World. Yep, stay with the immersion blender. All right. I'm going to see if this butt, you got to slide this foot forward, comes onto the block. Remember I said door number 2? Why don't we point and flex if you're doing door number 2? Option number 2. What's nice here too is to work the hips side to side. Feel what's going on. Good. All right, we're going to drag, scrape, crawl that foot back. And we're going to switch it out. If you need to do some hip rotations, that's quite legit. Stepping the other leg up. Take your time. Instead of the pillow on this side, I'm going to put the block down under the butt. What I like about the block option for this posture is that you can flip the block to different heights. Sometimes I call it the booster chair because it gives us that nice little booster, all right? My pillow didn't have a lot of density, so it was like pretty much my butt. Here, I'll take the block away. My butt coming all the way down, and so that could be too much pressure for the flexion that we're asking in this knee and in the top of that foot. All right, so block under the butt. And maybe just come forward and back. Are we only aware of the back of that leg? Can we feel the low back? We can't tighten the tummy here. If you tighten the tummy, you're going to greatly limit your movement. It's kind of like wishing to have your hands feel open while you have a clenched fist. Loosen the jaw. Where's the gratitude? Stay in your option number 1. or come forward. Again, giving yourself a booster chair, or some of you may lengthen that leg straight out. Might want that booster unless the groin comes to the floor. Hips. Pointing and flexing. What do the legs want to do? What are the legs able to do? What are human legs that we occupy capable of doing? And we'll bring that leg in, scrape it, crawl it, drag it. Maybe some hip rotation. And let's come to seated. Ooh, fun. All right, one posture option, if anyone wants to contribute one that they want to work on in our seated or reclinings, okay? So sitting or reclining. I'll probably go over by another 10 minutes, just so you know. So feel free to leave if you have to leave, but I'm just letting you know we'll probably go until like 11:10 or so. A seated posture or a reclining posture, if you know of them. Otherwise, I'm going to head on off with the things that I feel are going to bring us some balance. But I also really want to try to invite that notion as though we were all still in the same room together, and I would do this all the time. So I'm going to wait. We're going to find a comfortable seated space while we're here, bottoms of the feet together. Feel that open hip space with our bottoms down. Chest up, press inner thighs, lift from the groin, lift from the low abdominal muscles. Can you feel the space from your pubic bone to your belly button, and ask that area, that whole zone, to engage and lift? Gentle twist. And let's change. Maybe bring a pillow out in front of you, and we'll let the upper body come forward. Make yourselves comfortable so that you're not resisting coming too far down, and you're fully allowing the body to sink as low as it wants. What does that level of collaboration and negotiation with our bodies feel like? Soften the shoulders away from your ears. Give yourself permission to not have to carry stress or distress about anything, not even our yoga. Especially not in our yoga. Not with ourselves. And we'll bring ourselves back up. All right, I'm going to lengthen this right leg. Call this my right leg. Out. I'm going to bring this left foot down. Now we might need to wiggle that out a bit. You can aim those toes out a little as well. Just depends on the size of our torso. So the inner thigh is tight up against the side of the body as we can. Sit up tall. Hinge forward. Hello, hips. So it's a way to do half happy baby from a seated space. And breathe. Notice how far does the body want to come. Try not to let that knee split. Bringing ourselves up. I'm going to switch.
lengthening, bending, and then extension of the upper body after I'm situated, not getting ahead of myself. Ooh, I'm feeling this side of this groin. Oh, definitely saying hold it, slow your roll. Use the breath to massage that groin area from the inside out. It's like me showing up and going, okay, I heard you. What is it that you're trying to tell me? And then a little flow. Fluid movement, really great way to just get to know, lubricate, doing some fluid movements before you do some holds. Lets the body get familiar. Good. And now I'm going to bring the legs out in front of me, just like we did standing. Legs can be a little further apart or together. I'm going to clear out some fleshy bits. Push the backs of the legs down. Feel the torso itself growing tall, not the shoulders. So I love to do this a lot without the arms involved, because most of the time, all we do is we keep the spine like this and we lift the arms. We didn't grow the whole upper body upward. Squeeze the thighs and hinge. Let's roll it up. Take your time. Take it forward. Find a pace that works for you. And we'll hold and breathe. We'll roll the spine up. I want to give a little bit of attention to the upper chest, the upper back before we recline, okay? Finding back bends or heart openers is difficult. Sometimes all we move is the most mobile part of the spine, which is the low back. The low back takes a lot of our pressure and our punishment. A lot of this sitting is just killing the low back. It just takes a lot of, it bears the brunt of our work. The upper chest, which is where the rib cage is, right? So we can just call that this encaged area. So it naturally doesn't have a lot of movement, doesn't get much movement, but it needs to move. It does have movability. It does have flexion. But it becomes this area that we gird ourselves against movement to protect our heart, protect ourselves. Our vital organs are here, vitality. But it also needs free range of movement for expression and for its vitality. It needs to be protected, but it also needs some vitality. I am really not an equipment hawker, okay? I'm really not. But I really can't say more for these egg-shaped blocks. And they're really perfect for the spine to give it curvatures. One of their logos or mottos is the body has no right angles, like that. So I've done what I'm about to do with these, but it feels a lot better here. So I'm sorry if you don't have any, and if it looks like I'm being a show-off, but I'm going to use it. All right, first, legs out. I'm going to bring my elbows down like this. Legs as close together as you can. Thrust the upper chest and lower. If some of you are familiar with the term pop locking, maybe try to find that. It's a dance move. Scoop the tailbone under, lower the back. Tilt the tailbone, curve it, and then thrust the breastbone. Not your chin, don't drop your head. Isolate. How much can we move the thoracic spine? Good. Now stay there, or if you have any sort of block or pillow, bring it down into the upper back. Position those forearms
And then lay the back up and over. Make sure it's in the upper back. See if you can allow your head to rest. Maybe put a pillow under your head. Make an offering of your chest and your heart. And then mean it. Will and activate softness and permission. Activate permission. Give your chest permission to allow in. Breathe in the space. Let the breath create space in our area of vitality. We're compressing so much in our lives right now as a way of holding and containing. Make space for vitality. All right, I'm going to roll over to one side and move that block out from behind me. Laying down on our backs, inviting the knees in, rocking and rolling. Good, let's bring the feet down. Press down through the feet, lift the hips, and then reach the arms up. Extend the right arm a little bit more and relax it, keeping it lifted. Extend the left arm up and relax it. Good, let's just do that alternating while the hips are lifted in the bridge and feel the support. Good, let's cross the arms over, kind of I Dream of Jeannie style. Push down through the feet, lower the hips. Push down through the feet, lift the hips, push more with the right. Now more with the left. More with the right. More with the left. Lower the hips down. Good. Relax your arms. Keep the feet where they are. We'll drop the knees to the left. And then just roll them up and over to the right. Flow. Relax your organs. Good. Let's pull the knees in one more time. Send the heels straight up to the ceiling. Press your spine into the floor. Maybe close your eyes. Feel the air on your skin here. Feel your spine providing support. Can you feel your belly muscles providing support? Feel your legs standing on the sky, rooting in what's above us, standing in belief. Free your toes, maybe open the eyes, see the space in your feet, in your toes, see your body responding to your thoughts. Send some gratitude for what you can feel. Send some gratitude for what's possible, what we're capable of, and what we don't yet know. Stay here for as long as you can now, softening as many muscles as you can. Feel letting go while maintaining form. Holding things together doesn't have to be a strain. Feel your breath. Feel your mind.
Knees to the belly, gradually rolling over to one side. Bringing ourselves upright. I'll invite us to bringing one hand to the heart. Maybe massage that space. When is the last time that you've just sat and intentionally pressed, rubbed, caressed into your own chest? One hand to your belly. Really press in and feel. Let the belly muscles, let your hand in there. Gratitude, connection, yoking. Feel your breath. Single Om if you wish. Om is the primordial sound, the sound of infinity, sound of source, if you want to believe in that sort of thing. I do. Or you could just say, I'm going to feel vibrational energy inside of my chest cavity as a massage. And you could accept that as well. If you would like to join for an Om, allow the sound to emanate with as little control as possible. And it is not singing. Relax the diaphragm, just feeling sound emanating from within. What is the source that is creating that sound? Deep breath in. Hands to the heart center. If you wish to join, Anjali Mudra. Mudras are yoga postures for the hands. Here we're holding our intention in our heart lightly in our hands with loving kindness. Or you could just let your hands rest here. Namaste. All that is love and light, the light in me, sees and recognizes the light that's in you. And when you're in that space in you and I'm in that space in me, we are one. That is Namaste, recognizing that the source that's in you is the very same source that gives me life. Thank you all so much for letting me share and yoke and connect with you all. Thank you for contributing some postures. I really appreciate that. And you can stick around. I'm going to end this broadcast, but open another one really shortly for our Empower Yoga. So maybe you're a little curious. What does that mean? Do I want to give it a try? Or are you already saying, oh, that means it's going to be hard? My approach to Empower is, can we empower ourselves to find our strength? And maybe sometimes that means letting go and learning the strength of release and letting go. Woo, that's some hard stuff. So it's not about how many boat poses or how much core we can do or how much we can sweat. It might look like that. All right. Feel free to check out more of our videos and our classes on justbeyoga.com. If you wish to give us a donation, we gratefully accept it and graciously accept it, hopefully. A one-time donation on our PayPal, maybe a recurring donation if it's in your heart or your pocket. Thanks again so much. My honor to be here with you all. Namaste.